Hello, good morning. Welcome to Rosie Francis Art. Well, it is very cold this morning. It's about 24 degrees, so but it's beautiful. I took a video of my backyard and I'll upload it when I make this video. Anyhow, today what we're going to do is I'm going to make a plate. Okay, now this is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm testing it out. I've been watching again a lot of YouTube tutorials on how to do it, so there's a lot of different techniques. So I'm just going to go ahead and play around with it and see which one works the best. However, we'll just see how it comes out. Now, I decided to use fall colors because it is November, and I thought people would love to have like a fall plate for Thanksgiving or a bowl. So we'll see how it goes. Actually, I think I am going to make a bowl instead of a plate. So I already mixed my colors up. So I'm going to do the fall colors. You can see that it's just so pretty. So I have a gold. Looks more like a rustic gold actually. Then I have this nice beautiful burgundy or dark brown in there. You can see that. Then I have the actual gold that I'm going to use. It's a pretty color as well. And I'm going to have a pearl white, which I'm going to put in the center. And that, I think that will look really pretty. And then I just got these in the mail. These are beads that I got. Actually, they're glass beads. So I'm going to put those on the edges. These are both silver and gold, so I thought that would add a nice touch around the edges. And I already mixed my resin. Now it looks a little, I wouldn't say too thin, but not too thick, not the consistency that I wanted it. I think I should have waited a little longer for it. Let's see how it sort of drips. But hopefully it won't spread out too bad. Again, this is my first time making this, so bear with me. But before we get started, I want to tell you, remember yesterday I made those coasters for my daughter for her tray, the really pretty one. Anyhow, here is the finished product. I am not very happy with them. This one came out really nice, this one, but I do have one bubble. This one was the one that was giving me the trouble. I don't know if you can see it really good, but I have 1, 2, 3 bubbles in there. And I'm not happy with it. And also, I got the colors wrong. I was supposed to put like a little bit of a gold in there, and so, anyhow. But yeah, I didn't want them, so I'll have to redo them again. This time I'll use flatter flowers. Again, live and learn, live and learn. So, didn't like them, so I'll redo them for her. Also, what I did, I got inspired, was I made a bowl out of resin. So right now it's sitting, but I did it with the coaster mold, and then I got these plates. I didn't have my jar. Usually I have a jar with heavy rocks inside to flatten my bowls out. I couldn't find it, so I used tomato sauce and I taped it down. So it's setting, so it should be ready by tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have my plastic. My plastic that I got it from, again, at I think it was a dollar store, General. And it is a shower curtain, and it works well. And you know, the shower curtains are really large, so I cut it into a nice big square. So this is what I'm going to use as my oh, right, here it is. Okay, as my plastic. So it's nice and pretty straightened out. So again, this is my first time doing it this style. Usually I'll use a mold and then work from where there, but now I'm just going to go ahead and do it freestyle and see how it works. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's my plastic. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my white. Now I used my Pearl X white, and this is going to go in the middle. I added a little bit of alcohol ink to it. So I'm going to start in the middle here. So I'm just going to start and I'm going to pour. Now I don't know about the, yeah, it's a little too soft. It's running. Not too bad though. Let's see how that goes. Just add a little bit to that. And then what I want to do is I'm probably going to go darker and then lighter because I want my edges to be light, like a glass. So I'm going to go with this beautiful brown, and I'm just going to go ahead and make a circle, go around and around and around. And eventually I think what's going to end up happening is it's going to end up hurrying up, so it's all right. It's already looking really pretty anyways, isn't it? So then I'm going to go with this gold. I'm going to go around with this one and just go around and around and make a nice big. Now again, this is the first time I've made this, so again, bear with me. But it looks, so far it looks pretty good. Let me sort of do that. Fill it up. Use all that. If I have to use the gold around a darker one, I will, but we'll see. And then I'm going to use my lighter one around the edges, go around and around. And again, this is, so far it's coming out pretty good. Maybe the consistency wasn't so bad. It doesn't look like it's running too much. So you just want to make sure you make a really nice circle. It doesn't really, again, oh, there it goes. This one's sort of on this side there. That's all good. This all just sort of with my, make a nice, bring it back in there. It's free flowing there. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the edges in the corner there. So I'm going to go ahead and do my mixing with my little packet here. See if I can open this up. I've got my gloves on, so this is going to be a little, should have done this before. But I'll go ahead and open it up. And it is very hard to open. Oh Lord. Oh, there we go. I got it. So I'm going to get my little spoon. I'm going to put a few drops in there. I haven't used this, but it's really pretty. It's, you can hear it, it's glass. So I was going to use a little bit of, put a few there. So you don't want to add too much, then it gets a little bit too gaudy, but I'm going to go ahead and make a paste out of it. A little bit more. There we go. Let's see how this is going to look. Again, this is my first time making this, so bear with me. Now, I can already notice that I had a crease here on it, so if you see that line there, I'm not very happy with that at all. So I might have to fill it up with my outside. I got a little bit more there. See if I can fill it up. I'm not very happy with that, so we'll see how that's going to turn out. We'll see. So again, make sure your plastic is nice and flat. If you have to iron it, iron it. I'm going to go ahead and stir that up. Oh, it's so pretty. And I'm going to go with more the edges again with this dark a little bit, just a tad. Let me see. Again, you work with your colors. You sort of work your way around. Again, when you're doing it the freestyle, it sort of gives you not bad. Yeah, I don't like that crease there. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. But it's all good. Woo. But it looks pretty. I have to say, it doesn't look bad at all. But I'm going to get my outer Now this is the one that I think I'm gonna have a problem with because it's not that thick. But let's just see what happens. I'm just gonna go around it. Around, around, and 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 around. Just to sort of, oh, it's gorgeous. Give me more of that glossy look that I want. Oop, my cup hit that bottom there. Crap. Sorry. Oh, Lord. Okay. And then now I'm gonna go with my, put this back in there. Oh, God. Oh, it is running. I knew it. So let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna go around the edges. Put this around and around and around and around. And sort of, it looks pretty. Go around the edges of my, yeah, the freestyle is a little bit more, but I like it because it gives it more of a natural look to it, but a shape more organic. But we'll see what happens because it does sort of look, but I guess I can spread it around and still have some in here. Just sort of push that back in there, push it back. Yeah, I think my resin was still very soft. It wasn't really that hard. I should have had it a little bit harder, but I guess it will work. Just push it back in there a little bit. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is get my top coat. Again, I'm gonna go around it again. This time, hopefully with my cup, I won't hit my corners there. But let's see what it looks like. And then I'll just go around and around and around and around and around and around and around. I mean, it does look really pretty, I have to say. Oop. And it is very, very natural looking. So, again, we'll see what it looks like. God. It looks good so far. It is very thin. So hopefully it will, and I'll get my heat gun. You gotta be careful with your heat gun and your plastic. You don't want to burn your plastic. It's too hot. Definitely don't want to do that. Looks pretty though. Okay, looks good. So I'm gonna let it sit. Now I can tell you there's that crease there. If I spread it out a little bit more, then it does sort of fall together. There it goes. It's starting to. Just sort of push it out. There it goes. Now it's starting to fill in that little, the weight will eventually will do it. Now, it's not that thick, so this is going to probably be a very thin bowl. However, I will see how it comes out. But I love the color so far. I don't know if you can see the color, but the color is beautiful. I mean, it's just gorgeous. If I want, I can swirl it in there and give it a little swirl. Maybe just a little bit of a swirl, just to bring it out a little bit more. Can do that. You can even make let's see what it does. Swirl. Let's see what it does. So mean, it is pretty. It looks good. It's not the best, but again, this is my first time doing it freestyle, so we'll see how it comes out. Don't like that one there. Maybe push that out a little bit. Bring the white out a little bit. Bring it out. Bring it out. Sort of swirl it around. Let me see what it sort of looks like. Yeah. Push her back in. Let's push her back in. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get a little impatient here, but anyhow, let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna let this sit till about I don't know, maybe 16 hours. I do have some bubbles in there. Let me go ahead and do the heat again. And just let it sit. Now, it does have a very odd shape to it, which looks pretty cool. I guess when I drape it over, it's gonna look really neat, the shape of it, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It does look a little funky, but the colors are, if you see, it's just really, really pretty. The shape of it obviously is not what I wanted, but I guess my resin was too thin. It wasn't thick enough. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Sometimes these things do surprise you and they turn out beautiful even though you think they're not that great. I can tell you right now I'm not really happy with it because of my edges here. My little glass sort of flew everywhere in there, sort of moved around. My edges obviously are not, again, it was because of my resin. My resin was not thick enough. I needed to make it a lot thicker. So live and learn, live and learn. When you have the molds, obviously it's a lot easier. There's more control of your shape. Freestyle takes a little bit more patience, and it takes a little bit more creativity and understanding of how thick you want your resin to be. And again, there's my crease again. I gotta sort of pull her out there. Again, also make sure that your plastic is completely free of creases because you do not want to have a crease. However, I do love the color though, and it does have some really nice little shapes in the corners, and you notice that, and that's exactly what it's going to mold like. However, when I'm ready to get her on my bowl and make the shape, we'll see exactly how that shape comes out. But if anything, I can also cut, you know, some of my resin, but I don't know, we'll see. This here I don't like. I already can tell this one's not that pretty, that side. This here looks pretty cool. That over there looks like a fan. So I don't know, we'll see. So come back and we'll go ahead and finish in a few hours. Thank you, bye.